Hello students, last class we have discussed the properties of radical axis and the radical center. What are the properties of radical axis? What is radical axis first of all? Radical axis of two circles is the locus of point whose powers with respect to the two circles are equal. Powers are equal. So you collect all such points, those satisfies the condition that the powers of the two circles must and should be equal. So radical axis is a straight line which is perpendicular to line joining of their centers. If the circles are equal, the radical axis becomes perpendicular bisector of line joining of their centers. Radical axis is not defined for concentric circles, and radical axis bisects all the common tangents to the two given circles, because if P is any point on the radical axis of two circles which is outside to them, then immediately the length of tangents are equal because their powers are equal. If two circles intersect each other, then their common chord is radical axis. So the equation of common chord is nothing but equation of its radical axis, that is s minus s dash is equals to 0. Next, if two circles touch internally or externally, the radical axis is the tangent at that point of contact. If a circle S is equal to 0 bisects the circumference of another circle S dash equal to 0, at that time their common chord will be the radical axis, that is the diameter of the circle which is bisected by S is equals to 0. At that time their length of common chord is diameter of S dash is equal to 0. And moreover, if a circle S double dash equal to 0 intersect orthogonally any two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0, then the radical axis of S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0 passing through center of S double dash equal to 0. That is very important property. That is, I repeat once again, if a circle S double dash equal to 0, cutting orthogonally two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0, then the radical axis of these two circles always passing through center of S double dash is equals to 0. Again, the radical axis of three circles taken in pairs are either parallel or concurrent. If the centers are collinear, then the radical axes are parallel. Otherwise, they meet at some point. That point of concurrence is called radical center. Okay. Next, we take the radical center of the three circles as a center, and the length of tangent from the point radical center to the three circles is always same. Take this one as a radius. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three circles. By the above result, we conclude in this manner. Okay, because the circle S double dash equal to 0 cutting orthogonally two circles, its radical axis passing through center of S double dash equal to 0. With the help of this concept, we develop that one. So choose radical center as a center, and the length of tangent from that center to any of the three circles is radius. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three given circles. With the help of this property, let us do some problem, and we discuss here how to find the equation of common chord, length of the chord. Suppose two circles intersect each other, how to find their length of common chord. All these concepts today we discuss. Clearly observe each and every one. Yes. See, this is the question. Find the radical center of the three circles, and hence find the equation of circle cutting orthogonally the three circles. This is the problem. Yes, what we have to do? All of you know how to find the radical center of the three given circles. Find the radical axis of every two circles, solve them, you get radical center. And the length of tangent from radical center to three of the circles is same. Choose that one as radius and radical center as center. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three given circles. That is the idea of the problem. See here, these are the three given circles. Say, these are the three circles. Their radical axis are like this. They are pairwise. This is the radical center. From this radical center, the length of tangents are always same. So choose this one as R and this C as a center. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three circles. Because if it is the circle cutting orthogonally the two circles, then its radical axis passing through center of the circle. With that help of property, we conclude this one. So first of all, you have to find out the radical center, and second one is you have to find out the length of tangent from radical center to any of the three circles. Choose this one as your required center and the length of tangent as radius. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three circles. Without finding the radical center, you can find the circle cutting orthogonally three circles. Already we discussed it. By applying the condition 3 times for these three circles, automatically we obtain the circle equation. This is the way of finding the radical center. Understand? So first of all, we find the radical center. In this process, we find the radical axis of the pairwise circles. So radical axis of first two circles you have to find out. X square plus y square plus 3x plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0 is first circle, and second one is x square plus y square minus x plus 6y plus 5 equal to 0 is the another circle. So how to find the radical axis? That is s minus s dash equal to 0 after getting the standard form. That is 4x minus 4y minus 4 equal to 0. We mean x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. This is the radical axis of s equal to 0 and s dash equal to 0. Again find the radical axis of the second and third. That means x square plus y square minus x plus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. And another one is x square plus y square plus 5x. 5x minus 8y plus 15. 15 equal to 0. Its radical axis is what now? Minus 6x and plus 14y minus 10 is equals to 0. So 3x minus 7y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is the radical axis of the s dash equal to 0 and s double dash equal to 0. By solving these two equations, we get radical center. So if it is s equal to 0, this is s dash equal to 0, it is s double dash equal to 0. We obtain the first radical axis. This is the radical axis of s dash and s double dash. By solving these two equations, we get radical center. The third radical axis also passing through their point of intersection by the concurrency. So how to solve this? Multiplied this equation 1 by 3. 1 into 3. What happened? 3x minus 3y minus 1 minus 3 equal to 0. So by solving these two equations, what happened? These two gets cancelled. Minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0. So the value of y is equals to 2. When y is equal to 2, substitute in 1. What happened? X minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So the value of x is equal to 3. Therefore radical center is equals to C, that is 3 comma 2. This is the radical center. From this radical center, we have to find the length of tangent from any of the three circles. All of them are equal by the definition of radical axis itself. Therefore, radius is nothing but length of tangent from C to any of the three circles. We apply for the first circle. R is equal to root S11, that is equals to square root of, just substitute 3 comma 2 here itself. 9 plus 2 2s are 4 plus again 3 3s are 9, again 2 2s are 4, and then what? Plus 1. This is nothing but 13 2s are 26, 27. Root 27 is the radius of the circle. So we have the center and radius. Can you write the equation of circle or not? So the equation of circle is nothing but x minus 3 whole square plus what? Y minus 2 whole square is equal to root 27 square, that is 27. On simplifying, we get x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y plus 9 plus 4 minus 27 is equals to 0. So this is the way to find out the equation of circle cutting orthogonally the three circles via finding the radical center. So this is the way. So find the radical center and also find the length of tangent drawn from radical center to any of the three circles. We find here that is root S11 is equal to R. We get root 27 here. So in this manner we can crack this problem. So radical center is nothing but the point of concurrence of the radical axis of three circles taken in pairs. And the length of tangent from radical center to the any of the three circles is same. Choose that one as your required radius and radical center as center. Construct a circle that cuts orthogonally the three circles. Okay. Next one, length of the common chord of two circles. Already we discussed about the definition of the common chord of two circles. Common chord means suppose two circles intersect each other at 2 points A and B. Then the line joining of AB is nothing but the common secant line. The chord, corresponding chord is nothing but common chord of the two circles. How to find its length? Now let us see here. This is the first circle out of the two circles and this is the another circle. These two circles intersected these 2 points as shown in this figure. Now the distance from here to here is called length of the common chord. That means that is the chord for both the circles. We have to find out its length now. This is the common chord, common secant line. So that secant line intersected these points. This length is called length of the common chord of the two circles. Suppose the first point of intersection is A and second point of intersection is B say. Suppose the two circles are S equal to 0 and S dash equals to 0. What is your target? You have to find out the length AB. How to do this one? So you have two equations, S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. Is it radical axis or not? Two circles intersect each other, then their common chord will be the radical axis. So what is the equation of AB now? S minus S dash equal to 0. Common chord equation is what now? S minus S dash equal to 0. So you have this equation. Consider any of these two circles, either S is equal to 0 or S dash equal to 0, no problem. Find the center. CB the center of circle S is equal to 0. Also find its radius. That means the distance from here to here. This is the radius of circle. Find the perpendicular distance from center to the line. That is S minus S dash is equal to 0. Can you find or not? You can easily find the perpendicular distance by the formula modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. This is say capital D. So you can find CD distance, you can find the length R. Can I find AD or not? So you can easily find AD by the formula AD is equals to square root of R square minus D square by Pythagoras law. What is AD? This is symmetric. These two triangles are congruent triangles. Therefore AB is nothing but 2 times of AD. Already we know how to find the length of the common chord. Length of the chord intercepted by the circle and line. Just the extra thing is here. With the help of the circle, you will find the line. Once if you have the line, you take any one of the circles and proceed as above. That is, length of the chord is obtained by 2 into root of R square minus D square. AB is nothing but 2 into root of R square minus D square. The only new thing is here you have to find out the common chord equation. It is very simple for you. That is S minus S dash is equals to 0. After getting the common chord equation, you can easily find the length of the chord by previous method. That is 2 into root of R square minus D square by taking any one of the two circles out of two given circles. So this is the way. After getting the line equation L, this is the circle S is equal to 0. Find center and perpendicular distance and radius R. So AB is obtained by 2 times of AD. AD is nothing but root of R square minus D square. Therefore length of the chord is nothing but 2 times of root of R square minus D square. R is the radius of the circle. D is the perpendicular distance from center of the same circle to the radical axis of the two given circles. So same formula, 2 into root of r square minus d square. Understand? See the corresponding problem. Find the equation and length of common chord of the two circles. So common chord equation is nothing but radical axis. So just by finding the radical axis by the formula s minus s dash equal to 0 itself, we get the radical axis. These are the two circles. By subtract one from other, you get the equation of radical axis. Once if you get the equation, you can find the perpendicular distance, you can find the radius of the same circle, and apply 2 into root of r square minus d square, we get the length of the common chord. So what is your first circle S? That is x square plus y square plus 2x plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. And then what is the another circle? X square plus y square plus 4x plus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. These are the two circles, S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. So equation of common chord is what? S minus S dash equal to 0. That is radical axis. So these two gets cancelled. Minus 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. So 2x plus y plus 1 equal to 0. This is the equation of the common chord of the two circles. The first part is over. And we have to find out its length of common chord AB. So suppose this is a D, say it is C. So consider any one of the two circles. You may take first circle or second circle. Consider S equal to 0. What is the center of the circle? Center of S equal to 0 is minus 1 comma minus 1. You have to take the radius of the same circle. Radius is root of 1 plus 1 minus 1. This is 1 unit. Again you have to find the perpendicular distance from center to this line. This is the perpendicular distance. What is that? Modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. Minus 2 minus 1 plus 1 by root of 4 plus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. This is nothing but 2 by root 5. This is D. Already you know the radius R. So what is length of the common chord? That is 2 into root of R square minus D square. This is nothing but 2 into root of R square is nothing but what? 1 minus D square is nothing but 4 by 5. So what is 1 minus 4 by 5? 1 by 5. So the answer is 2 by root 5. So 2 into 1 by root 5, that is 2 by root 5. 5 minus 4, 1 by root 5. So length of the common chord is 2 by root 5 units. So there is nothing here. Only the new thing is here, finding the radical axis. What is the equation of radical axis? S minus S dash equal to 0. Both the circles must and should be in the standard form. We mean coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square is equals to 1. So this is the way to find out the equation of common chord and the length of the common chord. See this application. If R1 comma R2 are radii of the two circles cutting orthogonally. These are the two circles intersecting orthogonally. Their radius are what? R1 and R2. At that time, the length of their common chord is 2R1 R2 by root of R1 square plus R2 square you are going to prove. So, there is no centers here. Only the radius are given to you. At the same time, one another condition is also given to you. Orthogonally. The two circles intersecting each other orthogonally with their radius are R1 and R2. Circles intersecting orthogonally, we mean what? The angle between the two circles is 90 degrees. At that time, the tangent drawn at their point of intersection to one circle passing through center of other. All of you know that. See here, this is the first circle. This is a second circle. These two circles intersecting orthogonally. So this is the center of the first circle. This is the center of the second circle. This is the line joining of their centers. Draw the tangent at that point of intersection passing through the center of second circle. Draw the tangent to this circle that is also passing through center of the another circle, that is in this manner. Okay, this is A say. This is the point of intersection B. You have to find out AB length. This is the diagram. So what is the angle here? 90 degrees. This is R1, radius of the first circle. This is R2, radius of the second circle. All of you know the condition for the orthogonality. C1 C2 square is equal to R1 square plus R2 square. This is equation number 1. My dear students, if it is D, then AB is equal to 2 times of AD by symmetry. AB is equals to 2 times of AD. Once if you get the value of AD, you can write AB value itself. So this is say X. Let AD is equals to X. Now I am going to equating the areas. These two are equal. Area of triangle A C1 C2. Area of the triangle C1A C2 can be written as half into base, that is C1 C2 into height x units. This is same as half into R1 R2. We take R1 as base, R2 as height, because here angle is also what now? 90 degrees. It is also 90 degrees. Line joining of C1 C2 is always perpendicular to chord. Already we know that. So this is equivalent to what now? Half R1 R2. So this is the area of C1A C2. This is also area of the triangle C1A C2. So I am equating in this manner. So half gets cancelled. From this you can easily calculate the value of x. X is equals to R1 R2 by C1 C2. C1 C2 means distance between the two centers. From here itself what we get, that is root of R1 square plus R2 square. So x is equals to what now? R1 R2 by root of R1 square plus R2 square, or it is equivalent to what? C1 C2. Therefore, can I write the value of 2x or not? AB is equals to 2x. This is nothing but 2R1 R2 by root of R1 square plus R2 square. Only the idea is you have to equate the areas of the same triangle. We are using half into base into height. So we take this one as height and it one as base at one time, and at the same time we are going to take this one as base and this one as height for the same triangle. Half into base into height. So equate in this manner, we obtain the value of x. After getting the x value, you can write the 2x value. So length of their common chord is obtained by this formula when two circles intersecting orthogonally. What is the formula here? 2R1 R2 by root of R1 square plus R2 square, where R1 and R2 are the radii of the two corresponding circles. So you may use 2R1 R2 by C1 C2 or equivalent to 2R1 R2 by root of R1 square plus R2 square. Root of R1 square plus R2 square. What is C1 C2? This is nothing but the distance between the two centers. Okay, very important formula for you. Now, see here, find the length of the common chord of the two circles of radii 15 and 20 whose centers are 25 units apart. What is the distance between the two centers here? 25 units, and the radii are 15 and 20. Clearly you know that 25 square is what? 625, and 15 square plus 20 square is what? 225 plus 400, we mean it is also 625. So what you get? C1 C2 square is equals to R1 square plus R2 square we obtained. We mean the two circles intersecting orthogonally. Therefore circles intersect orthogonally. So when the circles intersecting orthogonally, can I find the length of the common chord or not? Therefore its length of the common chord is obtained by the formula 2R1 R2 by C1 C2 or root of R1 square plus R2 square. So we have 2 into R1 is 15, R2 is 20, by the distance between the two centers is 25. 5 threes, 5 fives, 5 fours, 6 fours, 24 units. Therefore, the length of their common chord is 24 units. When two circles intersect each other orthogonally, what is the length of the common chord? 2r1 r2 by c1 c2 or root of r1 square plus r2 square. Both are equal. So that is 25. After simplification we get 24 units. Very easy question to you. Next one. Find this one. Find the length of the common chord of the two circles. So without verifying any one, you can find the length of the chord by the previous method, that is 2 into root of r square minus d square, by finding the radical axis and d and r of the same circle. But sometimes you may observe that the circles may be itself intersecting orthogonally. If you observe those circles intersecting orthogonally, it is easy to apply 2r1 r2 by root of r1 square plus r2 square, or otherwise you go for radical axis and then d, find radius and apply 2 into root of r square minus d square. 2 into root of r square minus d square is a standard method. You can apply, you can get the answer immediately. But if the circles cutting orthogonally, you may do any method. Understand? So x square plus y square plus 2 lambda x plus c equal to 0 is one of our circle. X square plus y square plus 2 lambda x plus c equal to 0 is the first circle. And the second one is x square plus y square plus 2 mu y minus c equal to 0. Dear students, apply the orthogonality for these two circles. 2 into g dash plus ff dash. 2 times of g is lambda into g dash. There is no x coefficient here, 0, plus f is not here, 0 into mu. That is 0. 2 into g dash plus ff dash equal to 0. What is the sum of the constants? C plus minus c. That is also equal to 0. C plus c dash is 0. Therefore, immediately we say that the two circles s equal to 0 comma s dash equal to 0 cutting orthogonally. So, just you find their radius and apply 2r1 r2 by root of r1 square plus r2 square. What is c1? That is minus lambda comma 0. c2 is what? 0 comma minus mu. What is c1 c2 distance? Root of lambda square plus mu square. It is nothing but r1 square plus r2 square. Am I correct or not? Because the two circles cutting orthogonally, c1 c2 is equals to root of r1 square plus r2 square itself we obtain. What is the radius of the first circle? r1 is equals to root of lambda square minus c. What is the radius of second circle? Root of mu square plus c. So r1 square plus r2 square is nothing but lambda square plus mu square. By taking root itself we obtain in this manner. So what is the length of the common chord itself? Length of common chord is equals to 2r1 r2 by either distance between the two centers or square root of r1 square plus r2 square. That is 2 times of r1 root of lambda square minus c into root of mu square plus c whole divided by c1 c2. That is nothing but root of lambda square plus mu square. So this can be written as 2 times of lambda square minus c into mu square plus c by lambda square plus mu square whole power 1 by 2 you may write. This is the way. Without finding the equation of radical axis and perpendicular distance and radius of the same circle, we can crack this one. This is used only when the two circles intersect orthogonally. By inspection itself, we obtain the two circles cutting orthogonally. That is why we apply the condition length of the common chord formula as 2r1 r2 by c1 c2 or root of r1 square plus r2 square. Two circles cutting orthogonally, what we get? c1 c2 square is equal to r1 square plus r2 square. Don't forget. Next one. Two circles of radii, small r and capital R, intersect an acute angle theta. We mean the angle between the two circles is what here? The angle between the two circles is theta. Acute angle is theta here. and you have to find out the length of their common chord of the two circles. Length of the common chord of two circles. Their radius are given to you. One is smaller and other one is capital, but the angle between two circles is given to you. They are not given the equations of circles. Once if the centers, you may do another way, but the angle is given to you here. With the help of the angle and radii, we have to find out the length of their common chord. Understand? Suppose this is the first circle. This is the second circle. Understand? We have to find out their length of the common chord. And given that angle between the two circles is what? Theta. That means angle between the tangents at their points of intersections is what now? Theta. Angle between the tangents at their points of intersections is theta. If you join that point of intersection to the centers, what happened? This is first circle radius, this is the radius of the second circle. This is smaller, this is capital. Dear students, all of you know that if theta is angle between the two circles, then immediately angle C1A C2 is equals to pi minus theta. Angle C1A C2 is nothing but pi minus theta. In the first class itself we proved theta is angle between two circles, then angle C1A C2 is nothing but pi minus theta. Okay. This is equation number 1. What is your target? You have to find out the length AB, that is common chord. So if it is D, automatically if it is X, then it will be also X. Your target is you have to find the value of X. After getting the value of X, you can find 2 times of X immediately. Now consider this triangle C1A C2. Take the triangle C1A C2. What is the area of the triangle C1A C2? Area of the triangle is equals to half into small r into capital R into half AB sin theta. You know the formula for the area of the triangle. A and B are the lengths of the two sides of triangle and theta is angle between those two sides. Then area of the triangle is obtained by what? Half AB sin theta. That is half into small r into capital R into sine of angle between them. Sine of what is angle between them? Pi minus theta. That is nothing but half small r into capital R into sine theta we obtain. Therefore, this is the delta, area of the triangle. At the same time, I am going to apply half into base into height, half into x into C1 C2. Am I correct or not? Both are same. This is also area of the same triangle. Therefore, from 1 and 2, what we have? Half r, small r into capital R into sin theta is equal to half into x into C1 C2. Half of gets cancelled. What is your x value? Small r, capital R, sin theta whole divided by C1 C2. Okay. If you just find C1 C2 in terms of small r, capital R and theta, then your job is automatically over. So you have to find out the value of C1 C2. Now again consider this triangle. Apply cosine rule. What you have? C1 C2 square is equals to r square plus capital R square minus 2 small r capital R into cos of pi minus theta. Am I correct or not? A square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a is the another formula in the properties of triangles. This is area of triangle in the properties of triangles. This is also in the same formula which is related to the properties of triangles itself. So C1 C2 square is equal to r square plus capital R square minus 2 small r capital R into cos of angle between these two. That is cos pi minus theta. What is cos pi minus theta? Itself minus cos theta, minus into this minus plus we have small r square plus capital R square plus 2 small r capital R cos theta. This is C1 C2 square itself. So from this, what is C1 C2? You get square root itself. Therefore C1 C2, instead of that C1 C2 you may write that one. Therefore x is equals to small r capital R into sin theta whole divided by square root of small r square plus capital R square plus 2 small r capital R cos theta. This is x value. What do you want? 2x. So the formula becomes in this manner. 2x is equals to 2 small r capital R sin theta by root of small r square plus capital R square plus 2 small r capital R cos theta. This is the length of the common chord of the two circles. One, theta is angle between the two circles and their corresponding radius r comma capital R. So here the logic is equate the areas of the same triangle, and also we are using the one cosine rule also. So suppose this is the triangle A, B, C are the sides. This is angle A. Area of the triangle is equal to half BC sin A. This is one of the formula. And another one is we are using cosine rule. A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. This is the another formula. These two are related to the properties of triangles itself. So the length of the common chord is this one. So 2r capital R sin theta by root of small r square plus capital R square plus 2 small r capital R cos theta itself we obtain. Understand? Next one. If the circle bisects the circumference of this another circle, then the condition is what they are asking. Which bisects what? That is the important question here. If this circle, this is say S is equal to 0, S equal to 0 bisects the circumference of the another circle. This is say S dash equal to 0. So which bisects which? The S equal to 0 bisects the circumference of S dash equal to 0. So which is bisector here? S dash equal to 0 is bisected by the circle S is equals to 0. So suppose this is my S dash equal to 0. This is S dash equal to 0. Suppose it is one of the diameter of the circle AB. S bisects S dash equal to 0, we mean the circle S is equal to 0 passing through these two extremities. So S equal to 0 passing through extremities of any of the diameter, we say that circle bisects this circle. So this is my S. This is the circle. S bisects the circumference of my circle S dash equal to 0. This is the situation. In this situation, what is the equation of AB? DS, equation of AB is nothing but common chord equation, that is nothing but radical axis. Am I correct or not? So we have the two circles, you can subtract one from other, you get immediately the radical axis. Equation of AB is what now? Equation of AB is S minus S dash equal to 0. That is what? 2 into G minus G dash into X plus 2 into F minus F dash into Y plus C minus C dash is equals to 0. This is the equation of the radical axis. Now what is the role of the radical axis here? My dears, what is AB? It is diameter to S dash equal to 0. It is diameter to S dash equal to 0. So this is the center of what? S dash equal to 0. Your radical axis passing through center of S dash equal to 0. That is the condition. It is passing through. It is passing through C, that is minus G dash comma minus F dash. Passing through center of S dash equal to 0. Substitute minus G dash comma minus F dash in the above radical axis. We obtain the required condition. What is that? Yes. 2 times of G minus G dash into minus G dash plus 2 times of F minus F dash into minus F dash plus C minus C dash is equals to 0. So take these two terms to the right side, they may be positive. 2 times of G minus G dash into G dash plus 2 times of F minus F dash into F dash is equal to C plus C dash, C minus C dash. So 2 into g minus g dash into g dash plus 2 into f minus f dash into f dash is equals to c minus c dash is your required condition when your circle S is equals to 0 bisects the circumference of S dash equal to 0. That is, S dash equal to 0 is the circle bisected by the circle S is equals to 0. Bisected by the circle S equal to 0. At that time, the radical axis of the two circles is always passing through center of the circle which is bisected by the other. So, this is the circle S dash equal to 0 bisected by S equal to 0. So, the radical axis passing through center of S dash is equal to 0. Substitute center of S dash equal to 0 itself, we obtain the condition. Don't confuse, there is no confusion here itself. S is the circle, its role is what? Bisect the circumference of circle S dash equal to 0. At that time, clearly, this is the radical axis passing through the center of what? S dash equal to 0. You just substitute center of S dash equal to 0 on the radical axis, we get the required condition. Understand? See here, you have to find out the length of the common chord of the two circles as root of 4c square minus 2 times of a minus b whole square. The circles are in this manner. What is the first circle? X minus a whole square plus x minus b whole square is equal to c square. Another one is what? X minus b whole square plus y minus a whole square is same c square. So the radius of these two circles are equal. Centers a comma b, b comma a. In this manner you can find the length of common chord with the help of that formula itself once if you derive this one. So x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to c square. This is the second equation. Same procedure. These two not cutting orthogonally here itself. So these are the two circles. Okay. You have to find out the length of common chord. Find the perpendicular distance and find the radius of same circle. Apply 2 into root of r square minus d square itself. We obtain the length of the common chord. So first of all we expand this one. What we get? X square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2by plus a square plus b square minus c square equal to 0. And another one is what? X square plus y square minus 2bx minus 2ay. Again what? Plus b square plus a square minus c square is also there. So by subtracting one from other, we get the radical axis. That is what? 2 times of b minus a into x. By subtract from here to here. Plus 2 times of a minus b into y. Is gets cancelled. Is equals to 0. So you may take b minus a, 2 times of b minus a common, you have x minus y equal to 0. This is the equation of the radical axis. So take the first circle and what is the center? Center of the circle is what? A comma b. Can I find the perpendicular distance d or not? D is equals to what? D is equal to modulus of a minus b by root of a square plus b square. That is modulus of a minus b by root 2. We have the perpendicular distance and its radius is c known to you. So length of their common chord AB is equals to what? 2 into root of r square minus d square. 2 into root of r square we mean c square minus d square means what? A minus b whole square by 2. A minus b whole square by 2 itself. Take this 2 to the under root. 2 becomes what? 4. That is square root of 4c square minus 4 times of a minus b whole square by 2. 2 cancel out 2 times. Then immediately we obtain the length as root of 4c square minus 2 times of a minus b whole square itself we obtained here students. So just by applying the length of the common chord formula, that is 2 into root of r square minus d square itself, we obtain the result as root of 4c square minus 2 times of a minus b whole square. So this formula may be used at the time of, suppose two circles are in this manner. X minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equal to 4 and x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is same 4. then we can apply the formula without finding the radical axis and whatever it may be. So what is the formula here? Root of 4c square minus 2 times of a minus b whole square. This is the length of the common chord of the two circles which are in this form. Okay. See this one, this concept already we discussed it. The locus of center of circle passing through a comma b cuts orthogonally some circle s is equal to 0 is the radical axis of s equal to 0 and the point circle a comma b. Already we discussed this one. This is very important model, that is why we are doing once more. This is the point a comma b. We are going to find out the locus of center of circle passing through a comma b cuts orthogonally some circle s is equals to 0. This is the one of the circle doing the given condition, that is passing through a comma b cutting orthogonal s equal to 0. You have to collect all such type of the centers here. Then we get the locus, that is we have to find out here. Okay. Now what you have to do here? Take this point as point circle, and these are two circles. We know that if circle and any point on the circle, we treat that point as the circle. These two always cutting orthogonally, because this is the tangent to the circle and the tangent of the circle may be taken in this manner. The two circles intersecting orthogonally, you treat that one. So the point circle and the circle cutting orthogonally, therefore we treat this circle cutting orthogonally the two circles. Then the radical center is always passing through this center. Understand? So if there is another circle doing the same procedure, its center also lies on the radical axis. That is why you have to write the point circle of a comma b and subtract this one, we get the required locus. The required locus is what? Its radical axis. That is x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to 0 is the point circle. That is x square plus y square minus 2ax minus 2by plus a square plus b square is equal to 0. And other one is what? S equal to 0 is there. X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Just by subtract one from other, you get the required locus. That is the locus of the center of circle cutting orthogonally some circle and passing through that point a comma b. So here we choose this point as what? Point circle. Okay. Next, PA and PB are pair of tangents drawn from P to the circle S is equal to 0, touches the circle at A and B. Also C comma D are midpoints of PA and PB respectively. Then the equation of CD is what? That is the question here. PA and PB are what? Pair of tangents drawn from P to the circle S is equal to 0, touches the circle at A and B. Also C comma D are midpoints of P and PB respectively. Then equation of CD is what? This is general question they are asking. Suppose this is the circle, P is the point which is outside because two tangents are drawn from only external point. So this is the first tangent, this is the second tangent to the circle. The two tangents touches the circle at the points A comma B, they are given to you. These are the points of contacts. And moreover, C is the midpoint of PA. This is C. And D is also the midpoint of PB. We have to find out the equation of CD, they are asking. We have to find out the equation of CD. How to obtain this one? Dear students, if you choose this point P as point circle, they are given, these two lengths are equal, these two are also equal. The radical axis bisects all common tangents are not. We have that property. So you choose this point as point circle. This is nothing but the radical axis of the circle S equal to 0 and the point circle of this corresponding point. So you just write the point circle and subtract one from other, you get the required equation, that is the equation of CD. So your point is any general point. If your point is say origin, so can you write the equation of CD or not? What is your S? S is nothing but x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. And origin, point circle is what? X square plus y square is equal to 0. Just by subtracting we get 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. If it may be some 5 comma 4, what you have tried? You have tried its point circle. What is the point circle? X minus 5 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equal to 0 itself. We mean x square plus y square minus 10x minus 8y plus 25 plus 16. That is 31. So 41, this is 41. This is the equation of circle. Corresponding to that point, that is point circle. Subtract the circle with from S is equal to 0, we obtain the equation of CD. So the only logic is you have to write the point circle of that point and subtract one from other, we get the required equation CD. These are midpoints. Midpoints we mean the distance from here to here and here to here are equal, as well as the distance from here to here and here to here are also equal. Okay. See here, B and C are the 2 points on the circle x square plus y square is equal to a square. The point A, B comma C lies on that such that AB is equals to AC is equals to D. Then the equation of line BC is what? This is the question. B and C are what? 2 points on the circle x square plus y square equal to a square first of all. And the point A is also in the same circle that maintains this condition. AB is equals to AC is equals to D. Then the equation of line BC is what? That is the question. See here, this is the circle. X square plus y square is equals to a square. And this is the point A, B comma C. Already 2 points are also there. What are they? B and C. These are the 2 points B and C as shown in this figure. This is the point B, this is the point C. This is already given to you, A, B comma C. Such a way that what are the condition? AB is equals to D and AC is also D. These are the 2 conditions. The distance from A to B is equal to the distance from A to C. Both are equal to D. And what is your target? Your target is you have to find the equation of line BC. This is the line BC you have to find out. How to find this equation? Can you guess anyone? This is A, which is the point on the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. At the same time, B and C are also 2 points on the same circle. They maintain the condition that AB is equals to D and AC is equals to also D. We have to find out the equation of BC. For that, I am constructing a circle with the center as A and radius as D. So, we get in this manner. This is the circle. This is the circle having radius D and center at B comma C. So, can I write the equation of BC or not? What is BC? Your BC is nothing but the radical axis of the 2 circles. The one of the circle is given circle and other one is the constructed circle with center at B comma C and radius D. What is the equation? X minus B whole square plus y minus C whole square is equals to D square. We mean x square plus y square minus 2bx minus 2cy plus b square plus c square minus d square equal to 0. My dear students, B comma C is the point on the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. Can I substitute here or not? B square plus C square is what? A square. Instead of B square plus C square by I am writing A square. Again, what is the next circle? X square plus y square minus A square equal to 0. So, by subtracting one from other, we get the required equation, that is BC equation. Your BC equation is what now? Minus 2bx minus 2cy plus a square, that is plus 2a square minus d square is equal to 0. Or 2bx plus 2cy, 2bx plus 2cy is equal to 2a square minus d square. That is nothing but bx plus cy is equal to a square minus d square by 2 itself. Very nice question to you. So the construction of the circle is important here itself. So we take that point B comma C as center and this distance as radius, construct a circle. You get two circles, two intersecting circles itself. The common chord is nothing but the radical axis, that is obtained by s minus s dash equal to 0. If you take this one as s dash equal to 0 itself. So choose B comma C as center and that distance D as radius, because these two are equal. Therefore, on circumference the distances are same from the center of the circle itself. Understand? This is the equation. Bx plus cy equal to a square minus d square by 2. See this one. If three circles touch each other externally, then the radical center of the three circles is dash of the triangle ABC. This is the question. It is also very interesting to you. Three circles are there, touch each other externally. Then the radical center of the three circles is dash for the triangle ABC. That is the question. What are ABCs? Centers of the three circles. Triangle ABC. Externally, three circles touch each other externally. Then the radical center of the three circles is dash of triangle ABC, where ABC are the centers of the three circles. Where ABC are centers of three circles. We are missing that word here. That is ABC are what? Centers of the three circles. See this figure? This is the first circle. Its center is at A. And this is the second circle. Its center is at B. And this is the third circle. Its center is at C. ABC are the centers of the three circles. They touch each other externally. Then this is the triangle formed by their centers. The question is what? The radical center of the three circles is dash for the triangle. That is the question. So the two circles touch each other externally. This is the radical axis. This is the radical axis. When two circles touch each other externally, the tangent at their point of contact is radical axis. The two circles are also touch each other. This is the tangent at their point of contact. So this is the radical axis. Similarly, this is the radical axis for these two circles. Now this is the radical center. Now my question is, this radical center is what for the triangle? That is the question. Here my question is, these three distances are equal or not? Because this is the radical center. Length of the tangent from radical center to the three circles are always equal. So these three lengths are equal. That means the distance from this point to the three sides are equal here. What is the point maintained in the triangle itself? Is it in center or not? These are three in radii. This is the in circle. So the point of concurrence of in radii is what now? This is nothing but in center. So radical center with respect to the circles, and the same one is in center for the triangle. So radical center becomes what now here? In center of the triangle. In center of this triangle. In this manner we can crack this one. Here the radical axes are what? Tangents at that point of contacts. That is one thing. So this is the radical center, and the radical center is here. The distances are equal. Length of tangent from radical center to the three circles are equal. With that manner, these three lengths are equal. For this triangle, these three perpendicular distances are equal. We mean that becomes what? Radical center. So radical center becomes what? In center of the triangle. Okay, thank you.